And, well, it's going to be chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, and we're going to get through chapter 6. So 3, 4, and 5 for sure. And then we'll do the same thing. We'll have a cut off on that Monday or something, and then...
Wait, Monday we don't have school.
What's that?
Next week.
Next one, Monday, do it. Is that the 30th, right? We're off?
You said
Okay.
dedicated, you know, a lot of people forget what it is. It's the memorial day.
Okay.
Let's
see.
Not Tuesday.
Not Tuesday, she said.
So we'll see how it looks. We'll just let you know. Either Wednesday or Thursday.
He said it's going to be
Next week. Wednesday or Thursday next week.
a lecture test, right?
Lecture test, right. So June 1st or June 2nd. I'll see how far we get through the material. It's like a whole week to go pretty much. So we'll see how far we get, how you guys are doing. Chapter 6, like it was a little iffy. 4 is easy, 5 is easy, 6 sucks. But yeah. It does, it's telling you now. So, yeah. 6. 6 is over like muscle stuff, bone stuff, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. 5 is skin, 6 is bones. Alrighty, so we all good? Okay, so we were scheduled to do like chapter 5 today, which we haven't really got much done in chapter 4, but we'll get through 4, piece of cake, and then start 5. And 5 is late easy too. 5, 6 like a day we do 5 as well. So we're okay. We're like on schedule. So that means like tomorrow we'll finish 5, start 6. Thursday we'll do more 6. By Tuesday 6. And we'll see how it goes. 6 is a little bit thicker, a little bit thicker chapter. So. Alrighty, so you guys getting fired up for I don't know, Wednesday and Thursday's lab practicals? Are you ready? Sort of, kind of, maybe. Okay. All right, so more of chapter 4 then, I guess, coming through here. You guys ready? All right, I think we left off here because we were talking about chapter 4 has to do with tissues. We went through, identified 4 main categories, and we started talking about different types of tissues, the epithelial tissues, and then connective tissues, whatever. And we started talking about cell junctions. So we said a group of cells is a tissue, and those cells have to meet somewhere and form a junction. And we had several different types of those junctions. The type junctions were waterproof. Then we did the desmosomes, like a little protein used to like spot weld those together, like a little dab of glue between those cell membranes. And then the gap junctions had a little tube that would connect the tube to go ahead and send signals from one cell to the other and all that. So that's where we left off on yesterday. So we'll go from here and definitely finish chapter 4 and get you guys ready. Actually, probably a good chapter. I mean, good thing to do for tomorrow's people for practicals. We'll go through all those tissues one more time. But here are those examples of different types. And they're like really small, hard to see. But they show you the different types of junctions of the cell membranes. So again, more visual for you, but let's go with the basics on that one. All good? Okay, so now we're going to do epithelial tissue first. Remember the big 4, right? We got connective tissue, muscle, epi, and then nerve. So we're going to do the E first, this one. So do you guys remember some of the names of those tissues from lab?
Yes.
Simple squamous, stratified squamous, cuboidal, right? All those. All right, so here are some of the characteristics of those tissues. And it says composed like tightly connected cells, so it's very cellular. We like highlight that, very cellular, which means like this cell is connected to this cell, connected to that cell, all the way through. So all those cells, all squished together to form these large tissues for us. And typically they're arranged in sheets, like a sheet of paper. So tightly connected, right? So highly cellular, arranged in sheets. It says they have a apical, lateral, and basal surface. Let's see if we can figure that out. So if this is my columnar cell, like that, where would the apex of that cell be?
The top.
You guys know what an apex is? It's the point, right? The top. Yeah, so I can say here is like the apical portion. Where would my lateral border be? Yeah, the side, either here or here would be the lateral portion. And what about the basal surface? Basal is like basement, it's the bottom, so here's the basal portion. And that's what connects to the basement membrane on that basal portion. So we're just trying to show you that there are 3 different parts to that cell, okay, different areas of it, you could say. And they do attach to that basement membrane, so that's a great thing to highlight as well. Again, you might remember we said it looked like a little stick of chewing gum through there. It's my basement membrane. And then all those cells would sit right on top of this basement membrane. And that basement membrane provided a lot of support for those tissues. So you're sort of like sticking them right on top, sort of gluing them down. So it gives a lot of strength to that tissue as well, the basement membrane. They are avascular, which means does it have a very rich blood supply or none? None, right? The word A means without, sort of thing. So avascular means without any veins, arteries going to that tissue. So no direct blood supply to that area. So how the heck do those little cells get the nutrition they need then?
Magic.
Magic. Yeah, that's it, magic. All right, so here's like a little artery and vein hanging out way down here. So how does that cell right there get the nutrition it needs to get rid of the waste products? Remember that big fancy word? D-I-F? Diffusion, right. So all the little vitamins and minerals will diffuse across the tissue into the cell, and then the waste products go the other way, coming back this way. So it has to work through diffusion. So no direct blood supply. A very high rate of regeneration. So very high rate of regeneration. So we can find those like on your skin, right? So what do we have? Stratified squamous keratinized on your skin. How often do you like scrape off skin cells like throughout the day?
All the time.
All the time, right? So if you go like this, are they coming off? Yes, they are. You just can't see them, right? I mean, they're like floating around you, but you can't see them. So, right, so daily you get brand new cells, right, through your skin. How about inside your mouth? You're chewing food, it's scraping the side of your mouth, you're swallowing your own tissues. So very high rate of regeneration. Cool. All right, so those are my characteristics of the epithelial tissues. They say, yeah, they do covering and linings. We know that, right? So we cover the skin, they line the inside of the mouth, they line body cavities, and also we're going to throw in there glands. So epithelial tissue also makes glands. Sweat glands, seroneous glands, milk glands, right? Those mammary glands, things like that. So we make glands, and we have it for lining and covering surfaces. That's the key for that one. Covering and lining surfaces, and also we make glands. You going too fast? Or are you going fast? You doing okay? Okay. So you already know how we arrange the cells in layers, right? So a simple layer is one layer. Stratified is more than one. And that's how we're going to name these tissues. Again, simple is one, stratified more than one. What about that pseudo-stratified one?
It looks like
Yeah, it looks like there's more than one layer, but there's really only one. So they call it pseudo-stratified. So that's how we're going to arrange those cells in the different layers. That I think you already know from lab as well. Cell shapes, you know these too. Squamous, cuboidal, columnar. And then they talk about transitional ones too. I showed you that transitional epithelium upstairs too. As long as you know the first 3, you're golden. The squamous, cuboidal, and columnar. We're not going to worry about those transitional ones. So I think that's more lab stuff. So you've already got that stuck in your head for tomorrow, most of you, I'm sure, on that one. And they have, again, the type. So simple squamous, simple cuboidal, simple columnar. Again, a repeat from lab. So this chapter overlaps a lot with lab. Yeah. And then the stratified type, we have a stratified squamous keratinized, stratified squamous non-keratinized, so the only 2 that you need to know about. The other ones, they are found in the body, but they're pretty rare, so we're not going to even talk about those. So, good on those? Yeah, like easy stuff, right? As I said, this chapter's like way easy. So, here we go. We're going to talk about glands, because again, like epithelial tissue makes glands as well. Really just want you to know the difference between a couple different types of glands that we have out there. Now, structurally, they look a lot different too. And you can see we have, good golly, actually these things have names to them. There's like acinar and alveolar and all sorts of crazy stuff. So I'm not going to have you like identify them by their shape or structure. Just know that there are different types of glands that are out there. And really I want you to know how they secrete things, right? So the gland is going to make a product. Wax, milk, sweat, oil, whatever. That's the product that's made within the gland. And when it releases it from the gland, it's known as a secretion. That's a word we used from the other day too, secretion. So glands secrete things, right? Wax, oil, milk, things like that. Okay, they come in 2 varieties for us. there's an endocrine gland and an exocrine gland. So break the word apart, right? So endo, we did that the other day, didn't we? Like endocytosis, sorry. And the other one was what? Exocytosis or thing. So endo means like within, right? You're going like in. And exo goes what? Out. Okay. So you have the word in and out, basically, right? In and out, okay. So here's the deal. Endocrine glands, it says they release the secretions directly into the surrounding environment. So here's the deal. So here can be a, I don't know, pick your favorite endocrine gland. Maybe your thyroid or your pituitary gland. All those things are endocrine glands. So we'll say here's your little thyroid. Here. This is a thyroid gland, right? And it makes stuff. All sorts of crazy hormones for you, T3, T4, all those crazy thyroid hormones. And so when it makes the hormones, it just dumps it right into the surrounding fluid, okay, that extracellular fluid, if you will. It just dumps it right out into the surrounding environment. That's an endocrine gland. There is no duct, so no duct, ductless, okay? I'll compare that to another gland. We'll do a sweat gland. You guys heard about sweat glands, right? So here's your skin. Here's your skin. And here's your gland. Way down there. Here's your sweat gland. And do you have a duct for your sweat gland? You do, right. So you have a little duct, like a little tube that goes to the surface of the skin, and it comes down to your sweat gland. So when you make your sweat, you dump it out onto the surface of your skin. So those do have a duct. And it usually goes to the surface of the skin or to a hollow organ or something like that. These, no duct. Okay? So this is an endocrine gland. This is an exocrine gland. So it leads out, right? So it goes out. So exo, out.